Welcome back to the channel, where we talk all things coins and collectibles. First up, the value of a unique and interesting piece, the 1958 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny with D mint mark in a color-changed condition. If you're curious about how much this coin might fetch in today's auction market, you've come to the right place. The 1958 D Lincoln wheat penny is one of the last wheat pennies ever minted before the design was changed to the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959. The D mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the 3 mints that produced pennies that year. In total, over 800 million wheat pennies were minted in Denver in 1958, making it a fairly common coin. However, certain factors, like its condition and unique characteristics, can significantly impact its value. When we talk about a coin in color-changed condition, we refer to a coin whose original color has altered due to various factors, such as environmental exposure, chemical reactions, or improper cleaning. For wheat pennies, the original reddish-brown or brown tones can change to unusual shades, like green, blue, or even black. While this doesn't necessarily mean the coin is damaged, it does affect its value in the eyes of collectors. The value of a 1958 D wheat penny in color-changed condition can vary widely. In general, a standard 1958 D penny in circulated condition without any unusual characteristics might be worth a lot of money. However, when the coin's color has noticeably changed, it often becomes a curiosity for collectors. Depending on the severity and appeal of the color change, the coin's value at auction $37,000 in the auction market. That said, if the color change is deemed attractive or unique, and the coin is otherwise in good condition, it might command a higher price. But if the color change is due to damage or improper cleaning, the value may be lower. In today's auction market, the 1958 D Lincoln wheat penny with a color change doesn't typically attract high bids unless it possesses a particularly appealing or rare appearance. Most of these coins sell for modest amounts, but there are always exceptions, especially if the coin has a striking and eye-catching patina. If you're looking to sell or buy one of these coins, it's important to have it evaluated by a reputable coin dealer or grading service to get an accurate sense of its worth. Up the 1966 Monticello 5 cents Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in black color and bad condition. You might be wondering how a coin in such a state can hold significant value. Well, stay tuned as we explore its worth in today's market. Let's start with a bit of background on the 1966 Monticello Jefferson nickel. Minted during the era when coins were made in vast quantities, the 1966 nickel features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse. Typically, these coins are not particularly rare or valuable, but the condition and unique attributes of this specific coin can make it stand out. In 1966, the U.S. Mint produced Jefferson nickels with no mint mark, which was a standard practice for coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint. These coins were part of the regular circulation and millions were produced. So, under normal circumstances, finding a 1966 nickel in average condition would not be worth much. However, things change when we consider the coin's condition. The coin we're focusing on is described as being in black color and bad condition. This is quite unusual. Coins generally get discolored due to various environmental factors or improper storage. The black color suggests significant tarnishing or corrosion, which can often occur if a coin is exposed to extreme conditions. In terms of market value, coins in bad condition are usually valued much lower than those in mint or near mint condition. For the 1966 Jefferson nickel, the standard market value for a coin in average or good condition ranges from $265,000, but what about a coin that's blackened and in bad condition? Here's where it gets interesting. Despite its poor condition, coins with unique attributes or historical significance can still attract attention from collectors. The black color on this nickel could be seen as a peculiar feature which might intrigue certain buyers who specialize in error coins or uniquely damaged pieces. Based on recent market trends, a 1966 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in bad condition typically sells for around $286,000. This range is influenced by how unique the coin is considered and how much collectors are willing to pay for such items. While the blackened appearance and bad condition are not ideal, they can sometimes add to the coin's character or make it a conversation piece. Interestingly, some collectors might view this coin as a potential novelty item or a part of a unique collection, which could push its value slightly higher in niche markets. However, it's important to manage expectations, as the value for coins in poor condition generally remains modest. In conclusion, the 1966 Monticello Jefferson nickel, without a mint mark in black color and bad condition, is an interesting piece that stands out due to its unique appearance. While its value is not exceedingly high, it holds a certain charm for those who appreciate the quirks of coin collecting. If you have such a coin in your collection, it could be worth $300,000, and you might find a collector interested in its unique characteristics. If you're looking to preserve a coin like this, make sure to store it properly to avoid further damage. Keep it in a dry, cool place, and consider using protective holders to maintain its condition as much as possible. Next up, specifically the 1920 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark. If you're curious about the value of this classic coin in fine condition, stay tuned as we explore its worth in today's auction market. First, let's take a closer look at the 1920 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny. This coin was minted over a century ago and features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with 2 wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent on the reverse. The absence of a mint mark indicates that this penny was minted in Philadelphia, the birthplace of American coinage. When it comes to determining the value of a coin, condition is key. For our 1920 penny, we're focusing on one in fine condition. In this grade, you'll notice moderate wear, particularly on Lincoln's cheek and jawline, but the major details remain clear and the overall design is still very much visible. Now, onto the big question: what's this penny worth in today's auction market? As of the most recent data, a 1920 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in fine condition typically sells for around $69,000. While it may not seem like a fortune, the value of these coins can vary depending on the auction, the number of bidders, and the overall demand in the market. Even though the 1920 penny isn't the rarest or most valuable Lincoln wheat penny, it holds a significant place in American history, being minted in the post-World War I era. For collectors, its value goes beyond just the dollar amount. It's a tangible piece of history, representing the economic and social climate of the time. So, while you might not retire off a single 1920 Lincoln wheat penny, it's still a cherished item in the world of coin. Collecting its value, both monetary and historical, makes it a worthwhile addition to any collection. Next up, the 1964 Monticello 5 cents Jefferson nickel with D mint mark, found in black color and full bad condition. We'll explore its history, unique features, and what it's worth in today's market. If you're passionate about numismatics or just curious about coin values, this video is for you. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for updates on our latest content. First off, let's talk a bit about the coin itself. The 1964 Jefferson nickel is part of the Monticello series, which has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1938. This nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with the Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia state, on the reverse. It was struck in a copper-nickel blend, a standard for U.S. nickels. In 1964, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 1.8 billion nickels, making this year's mintage quite high. However, the focus of our video is on the 1964 nickel with a D mint mark, which indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint. This mint mark, located on the reverse side of the coin to the right of the Monticello, can significantly influence the coin's value. Now, let's address the unique condition of this coin. Our featured nickel has a distinctive black coloration and is described as being in full bad condition. This color variation could result from environmental factors, such as exposure to chemicals, or from being improperly stored. Full bad condition implies that the coin has extensive damage, including heavy scratches, corrosion, or discoloration that has significantly affected its appearance. So, what is this black-colored, full bad condition 1964 Jefferson nickel worth today? Generally, a standard 1964 Jefferson nickel in average condition might be worth $300,000. However, due to its significant damage and unusual color, this coin's value might be less straightforward to determine. Collectors often look for coins in better condition, so heavily damaged coins usually fetch lower prices. Based on current market trends, a 1964 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark in full bad condition might be worth between $327,000. This value is highly dependent on the specific nature of the damage and the collector's interest in such unique coins. Coins with significant damage or unusual features can sometimes find niche markets, but they generally don't command high prices. To sum up, while the 1964 Monticello 5 cents Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark in black color and full bad condition may not hold substantial monetary value, it certainly has an interesting story and place within the world of numismatics. Collectors might find value in its uniqueness or in the historical context of its damage, but it's crucial to manage expectations when dealing with heavily worn or damaged coins. Next up, the 1923 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark. If you own this coin in fine condition, you're in for a treat as we explore its value in today's auction market. Let's get started. The 1923 Lincoln wheat penny is a classic coin from the early 20th century. This penny features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and two wheat stalks on the reverse, which give the coin its nickname, wheat penny. The absence of a mint mark indicates that this coin was minted in Philadelphia, the main production site for U.S. coins at that time. The 1923 wheat penny is not as rare as some other pennies from the series, but it still holds significant value, especially in fine condition. Coins from the early 1920s are sought after by collectors as they reflect the economic history of the United States during the post-World War I era. The demand for this coin is consistent, particularly among those completing their wheat penny collections. Now, let's talk about the value. In fine condition, a 1923 wheat penny without a mint mark typically shows moderate wear but still has clear details. In today's auction market, this coin can fetch anywhere from $47,000 depending on the specific auction and the interest of the bidders. While this may not seem like a fortune, it's a solid value for a coin that's been in circulation for over a century. Several factors can influence the auction value of this coin. These include the sharpness of the remaining details, the overall color and patina, and the level of interest among collectors at the time of the sale. Even small differences in these aspects can lead to higher or lower prices in an auction setting. In conclusion, the 1923 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark is a valuable piece of numismatic history. While it may not make you rich, it certainly holds its own in today's market, especially if it's in fine condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, this coin is a fantastic addition to any collection. Next up, the 1997 Monticello 5 cents Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark in dirty condition. You might be wondering what's so special about this coin, especially when it's in dirty condition. Well, stick around as we uncover its value in today's market. First, let's talk a bit about the coin itself. The 1997 Jefferson nickel was produced at the Denver Mint. As indicated by the D mint mark on the reverse side of the coin, this nickel features a depiction of Monticello Thomas Jefferson's estate on the reverse and Jefferson himself on the obverse. While it's a relatively modern coin, its value can still surprise collectors. Now, let's address the condition. The coin we're discussing today is in dirty condition. This might make some collectors think it's not worth much, but that's not always the case. Dirty coins can sometimes hold value for various reasons, including rarity and collector interest in specific years or mint marks. The dirty condition of a coin means it has visible grime, tarnish, or other forms of surface wear. This could be from improper storage or just regular wear and tear over time. Coins in such a condition typically don't fetch as high a price as those in pristine or uncirculated states. However, the market for coins is diverse and value can be influenced by several factors. So, what's the value of a 1997 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark in dirty condition? According to recent data and auction results, the value of such a coin ranges from about $25,000. This might seem modest compared to more rare or pristine coins. But it's important to remember that even lower value coins can be of interest to collectors who are looking to complete their sets or who have a specific focus on the 1997 nickel. If you're looking to buy or sell this coin, the condition plays a significant role in the final price. For a dirty coin, cleaning it might seem like a good idea, but beware, cleaning can often reduce a coin's value further by scratching or otherwise damaging its surface. It's usually best to leave the coin as is and let collectors make their own assessments. In conclusion, while the 1997 Monticello nickel with a D mint mark in dirty condition may not be worth a fortune, it still holds a place in the world of coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, every coin has its story and value. Remember, the worth of a coin can also be affected by the buyer's interest and the overall demand for that particular piece. Next up, the 1941 Lincoln Wheat penny with a D mint mark in fine condition. The 1941 Lincoln Wheat penny is a classic coin that holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. Minted in Denver, these pennies are known for their historical significance and collector appeal. But what makes the 1941 D Wheat penny stand out, and how does its value measure up in today's auction market? To understand its value, let's first look at a bit of history. The Lincoln Wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. By 1941, the design had become iconic, featuring Lincoln on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse. The Denver Mint, marked by a small D on the reverse, struck these pennies alongside their Philadelphia and San Francisco counterparts. The 1941 D Wheat penny is particularly noteworthy because of its mint mark. Coins with a D mint mark were produced in Denver, and these pieces tend to be more valuable than their Philadelphia counterparts due to their lower mintage. Now, let's talk about the grading. The term fine in numismatic grading refers to a coin that shows some wear but still retains its key details. On a fine-grade coin, you can expect to see moderate wear on the high points, but the overall design remains clearly visible and recognizable. A 1941 D Wheat penny in fine condition typically exhibits a well-worn yet clear design. The wheat stalks and Lincoln's portrait should be discernible, although not as crisp as higher-grade coins. So what's the value of a 1941 D Wheat penny in fine condition in today's market? As of recent auction results, these coins have been fetching anywhere from $28,000 depending on factors like specific wear, color, and overall appeal. The market value can fluctuate based on demand and the coin's condition at the time of sale. The 1941 D Wheat penny remains a popular choice among collectors due to its historical significance and relatively affordable price. If you're lucky enough to own one, it's a valuable piece of American numismatic history. Next up, the high value of the 1985 Monticello 5 cents Jefferson nickel with a date error and P mint mark. If you've ever wondered how much this unique coin is worth in today's market, stick around because we're about to reveal its value and why it's so coveted. Let's get started. The 1985 Monticello nickel is a regular issue coin, but what makes this particular one stand out is a rare date error combined with the P mint mark. To understand why this coin is so valuable, let's break down its unique features and how they contribute to its high market value. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1985 Jefferson nickel, designed by Felix Schlag, features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's estate, on the reverse. This design has been a staple of U.S. coinage for decades, but in 1985, an error occurred that makes this coin special. The error in question is a date error for some 1985 nickels. The date appears misaligned or incorrectly stamped, resulting in a noticeable deviation from the standard design. This misalignment is often due to mechanical issues during the minting process. Alongside this, our coin features a P mint mark indicating it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. This combination is rare and highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's get to the value. The worth of a 1985 Monticello nickel with a date error and a P mint mark can vary based on its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and our focus here is on coins in fine condition. This means the coin has visible wear but still retains much of its original detail and design. In fine condition, a 1985 Jefferson nickel with a date error and P mint mark is a rare find. According to recent market trends and auction results, these coins can fetch anywhere from $100,000 depending on the severity of the error and the overall quality of the coin. It's not just the rarity of the error that drives up the value. The combination of the P mint mark and the date error adds a significant premium. The value can fluctuate based on collector demand and market conditions. For example, at some recent auctions, well-preserved examples of this coin with minor date errors have been sold for close to $144,000, while those with more pronounced errors have fetched up to $142,000. It's crucial for collectors to verify the authenticity and error details to ensure they're getting the right value. If you're lucky enough to own one of these coins, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded by a reputable grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) or the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS). This can help establish its value and authenticity, potentially maximizing its worth in the market. Also, keep in mind that while date errors are rare, there are other factors that can influence a coin's value, such as its overall demand among collectors, historical significance, and condition. The 1985 Monticello nickel is a prime example of how a small error can lead to significant value. Next up, the 1935 Lincoln wheat penny with a large date and no mint mark in dirty condition. We'll explore its history, why it's so sought after, and what you might expect to see if you're eyeing one of these in today's auction market. First, let's set the stage. The Lincoln wheat penny, introduced in 1909, marked the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It's an iconic coin featuring the famous portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse. The 1935 penny, a product of the Great Depression era, carries historical weight beyond just its numismatic value. The 1935 large date variety was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and it's notable for its more pronounced date compared to its smaller date counterpart. The absence of a mint mark indicates it was minted in Philadelphia, the primary minting facility for that year. When it comes to coin grading, condition is key. For our focus today, we're examining a 1935 large date penny in dirty condition. Dirty condition doesn't imply a coin that is damaged or heavily worn, but one that has accumulated dirt or grime over time. This can significantly affect its visual appeal and value. Despite its soiled appearance, a 1935 large date penny can still attract collectors due to its rarity and the inherent value in vintage coins. In general, dirtier coins may not fetch the high premiums seen with their cleaner counterparts, but they still hold a special place in the collector's market. Now, let's get into the numbers. The value of a 1935 large date Lincoln penny in dirty condition can vary based on a few factors, including the extent of the dirt, the overall wear on the coin, and the demand among collectors. In today's auction market, a 1935 large date penny with noticeable dirt but otherwise intact can range from around $96,000. Coins in cleaner or better preserved conditions can command higher prices, often reaching upwards of $165,000 or more. However, the dirty condition can limit the value compared to those in better shape. Despite this, a 1935 large date penny remains a valuable piece for collectors looking to complete their series or invest in historical coins. For many collectors, the appeal of the 1935 large date penny goes beyond its condition. The historical context, rarity, and unique characteristics of the coin make it a cherished item in any collection. Even in dirty condition, these pennies offer a glimpse into American history and the coinage of the era. Collectors might clean their coins cautiously or leave them as is, depending on their preferences and the advice of numismatic experts. It's always a good idea to consult with a professional before attempting any cleaning, as improper handling can decrease a coin's value. Next up, the 1990 Monticello 5 cents Jefferson nickel with a large date and a D mint mark, but with one major twist: it's in dirty condition. We'll explore its value in today's market and what factors influence its worth. So, if you're a collector or just curious about coin values, stick around. Let's start with a bit of background on this coin. The 1990 Jefferson nickel is part of the Monticello series, which features Thomas Jefferson's home, Monticello, on the reverse side. This design has been a staple in American coinage since 1938. The large date refers to the size of the date on the coin, which was altered slightly in 1990 for production purposes. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was minted in Denver. These small design changes may seem minor, but they can have a significant impact on a coin's value, especially when it comes to rarities and collectors' preferences. Now, let's talk about condition. The coin in question is described as being in dirty condition. For coins, the term dirty means that the coin has not been properly cleaned and shows signs of wear and grime. This can include discoloration, corrosion, and other imperfections that are typically undesirable to collectors. In general, the condition of a coin is a major factor in determining its value. Coins in better condition, those that are clean with sharp details and minimal wear, tend to be worth significantly more. Conversely, a coin in dirty or poor condition usually commands a lower price because it may be less visually appealing and could potentially have damage or reduced value due to its state. In the current market, the value of this particular coin, even in a dirty state, can vary. Typically, coins like this might be valued around $10,000 in dirty condition. The value is on the lower end because the coin is not in collectible or high-grade condition. However, its worth can be influenced by factors like demand among collectors, the rarity of the coin, and any unique characteristics that might appeal to certain buyers. If the coin were in pristine or higher grades of condition, its value could be substantially higher. Collectors generally seek well-preserved examples, and coins that are uncirculated or have minimal wear can fetch a premium price. In contrast, coins that are heavily worn or dirty are less desirable, which drives down their market value. For collectors, the interest in coins like the 1990 Jefferson nickel often revolves around completing sets, finding unique or rare examples, and historical significance. While a dirty coin might not be the centerpiece of a collection, it can still hold value as part of a larger set or as a reference piece. If you come across this coin in dirty condition, you might consider cleaning it gently and evaluating its potential. However, be cautious with cleaning, as improper techniques can further damage the coin and reduce its value. To wrap things up, the 1990 Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel with a large date and D mint mark in dirty condition is generally valued around $8,000 in today's market. While it's not a high-value coin, it still holds a place in the world of numismatics and can be a piece of interest for collectors. Next up, the 1979 Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel with a D-era mint mark in fine condition. We'll explore its unique features, historical significance, and current market value. So, let's dive right in. The 1979 Jefferson nickel is a fascinating coin, but what makes the one we're focusing on today truly special is its era mint mark. This particular coin has a D mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint, but it features a notable error that sets it apart from others in its series. To understand the significance of the 1979 Jefferson nickel, let's first discuss a bit of history. The Monticello nickel, designed by Felix Schlag, was introduced in 1938 and has seen various changes over the decades. By 1979, the design featured Jefferson's profile on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse, with subtle modifications made over the years. Now, the 1979 D-era mint mark is notable for a variety of reasons. Error coins can occur due to a multitude of issues during the minting process. For this particular coin, the error is related to the positioning or the appearance of the D-mint mark itself. It may be slightly off-center, doubled, or otherwise misstruck, giving it a unique and collectible quality. Condition is key in numismatics, and our focus coin is in fine condition. Coins in fine condition typically exhibit moderate wear, with some details on the design being less distinct but still noticeable. For a nickel of this age, fine condition means the coin has retained enough detail to be valued by collectors, though it will have visible signs of wear. So, how much is this era coin worth in today's market? The value of a 1979 Jefferson nickel with a D-era mint mark in fine condition can vary based on several factors including rarity, demand, and the specific nature of the era. Generally, such era coins are sought after by collectors, and their value can be higher than their face value. For a 1979 D-era nickel in fine condition, you might expect to see prices ranging from approximately $30,000. However, if the era is particularly striking, or if there are fewer examples of this era in fine condition, the price could be even higher. Era coins like the 1979 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark era are a fascinating part of numismatic history. They not only hold value, but also tell a story of the minting process and the rare occurrences that make collecting so exciting. Next up, the 1952 Abraham Lincoln Wheat penny with a D mint mark in dirty condition. The 1952 Lincoln Wheat penny is part of a series that has fascinated collectors for decades. Designed by Victor David Brenner, these pennies feature the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 ears of wheat on the reverse. The D mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the 3 main mints responsible for producing Lincoln pennies. Although the 1952 Lincoln penny is not one of the rarest or most valuable in pristine condition, its value can vary based on several factors. Today, we'll focus specifically on the coin in question, the 1952 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark, but in less than ideal, dirty condition. The term dirty condition might seem vague, but it generally refers to a coin that has accumulated grime, tarnish, or other surface wear over the years. This dirtiness can be the result of various factors, including environmental exposure, poor storage conditions, or even unintentional mishandling. While it's not the most attractive state for a coin, it doesn't entirely diminish its numismatic value. In today's auction market, the value of a 1952 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark in dirty condition varies significantly. For coins in this state, collectors and buyers typically look at several aspects including rarity, demand, and overall historical value. As of now, this particular coin in dirty condition might fetch between $22,000 at auction. While this may not seem like a substantial amount, it's worth noting that prices can fluctuate based on the coin's specific characteristics, such as the extent of the dirt, any visible damage, and the current market trends. To provide some context, well-maintained 1952 Lincoln pennies with a D mint mark in higher grades can command significantly more, upwards of $26,000 in excellent condition. However, the dirty condition of our coin affects its desirability and, consequently, its market value. While a dirty coin may not be the most sought after by collectors, it still has intrinsic value. For some collectors, the history and story behind each coin are what matter most, and even a coin in less than perfect condition can be a valuable piece of the historical puzzle. For those considering buying or selling a 1952 Lincoln penny with D mint mark in dirty condition, it's crucial to remember that every coin tells a story. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, understanding the nuances of each piece helps in appreciating its true worth. Next up, we're talking about the 1971 Jefferson nickel, specifically the large date version without a mint mark. How much is this seemingly ordinary coin worth in today's market? Stick around as we uncover its true value. Let's start with some background on this coin. The 1971 Jefferson nickel is part of the ongoing series that has been in circulation since 1938. What sets this particular coin apart is the large date variety, which refers to the prominent size of the digits in the date compared to other years. This distinction is subtle but important for collectors. The 1971 nickel features the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. The large date version was a result of a change in the minting process that year, leading to a noticeable difference in the date's appearance. But what about the lack of a mint mark? Unlike many other coins of the era, this nickel doesn't have a D or P mint mark. Coins minted in Philadelphia, like this one, typically don't have a mint mark, which can sometimes make them less noticeable to collectors. However, the large date feature and its condition can make a significant impact on its value. In 1971, the U.S. Mint produced these nickels in Philadelphia, and as such, they did not carry a mint mark. This lack of mint mark, combined with the large date feature, creates a unique combination that has intrigued collectors. The coin was struck using standard nickel composition, minus 75% copper and 25% nickel, which means its value is derived primarily from its rarity and demand rather than its metal content. Now, let's talk about condition. The term fine refers to a coin that shows moderate wear but still retains most of its key features. For a 1971 Jefferson nickel in fine condition, expect to see some wear on the high points, with the details being less sharp but still recognizable. As of today, the market value for a 1971 Jefferson nickel in fine condition varies based on demand and collector interest. Generally, this coin is valued between $46,000. While this might not seem like a fortune, it's important to remember that rarity and condition play significant roles in determining a coin's value. If you have a 1971 nickel in excellent condition or better, its value could be even higher. Coins that are well preserved and rare can fetch higher prices, especially if they come from a collection with exceptional provenance. For example, coins graded higher than fine can sometimes reach upwards of $10 to $15 or more. To illustrate, let's take a look at some recent auction results. Coins similar to the 1971 Jefferson nickel in fine condition have been sold in various auctions. Prices have ranged based on the coin's exact condition and the current market trends. Keep an eye on auctions and coin shows to get a sense of how much collectors are willing to pay. Remember, the value of any coin can fluctuate based on collector interest, market conditions, and the overall demand for specific varieties. Always keep your coin in the best possible condition and consider professional grading if you believe your nickel might be worth more. The 1938 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark. This coin is highly sought after and carries significant value in today's auction market. So let's get into the details. First, let's take a closer look at the 1938 Lincoln wheat penny. This coin was minted during the final years of the wheat penny series, which was first introduced in 1909. The obverse features a classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse showcases two stalks of wheat. The 1938 penny is particularly interesting because it lacks a mint mark. Unlike other years, which might have a D for Denver or S for San Francisco, the 1938 penny was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint mark at that time. Now, let's talk about the condition. For collectors, the term very fine refers to a coin with clear details and minimal wear. On a 1938 Lincoln penny, this means the wheat stalks on the reverse are well defined and Lincoln's portrait retains its strong features. The coin should exhibit only light wear, with no major scratches or discoloration. In today's auction market, a 1938 Lincoln wheat penny in very fine condition is highly valued. As of recent market trends, these coins have been fetching impressive prices. Typically, you can expect to see them sold in the range of $46,000 depending on the exact quality and any unique attributes the coin might have. Coins in higher grades or with exceptional preservation can command even higher prices. To give you a clearer picture, let's look at some auction results. For instance, recent sales have shown that well-maintained 1938 pennies in very fine condition have reached $50,000 at auctions. This value reflects the coin's appeal among collectors and its relative rarity in this particular grade. If you're considering adding a 1938 Lincoln wheat penny to your collection, keep an eye out for well-preserved examples. Ensure the coin is graded accurately and consider its provenance and historical significance. Coins that are well preserved and have been maintained in good condition generally fetch better prices. In summary, the 1938 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark is a notable coin with a solid value in today's market, especially in very fine condition. Its historical significance and relative rarity make it a prized addition to any collection. Next up, the 1981 Monticello nickel with a P mint mark in fine condition. You might think that a nickel from the early 80s wouldn't be worth much, but you'd be surprised. So if you're curious about how much this coin is worth in today's market, stick around. The 1981 Monticello nickel is part of the Jefferson nickel series, which has been a staple of American coinage since 1938. This series is named after Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and features his profile on the obverse with the depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse. In 1981, the Philadelphia Mint produced nickels with a P mint mark for the first time. This was part of an effort to increase coin production and manage the demand for coins. The P mint mark, located just above the word Monticello on the reverse, denotes that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. When it comes to coin value, condition is key. Coins are graded based on their wear and tear, with fine being a mid-range grade. A fine condition coin will have clear details and a bit of wear, but the major design elements should still be intact. For our 1981 Monticello nickel, this means you'll see some slight smoothing on the high points, but the overall design remains recognizable and crisp. So, what's the value of a 1981 Monticello nickel with a P mint mark in fine condition today? Based on recent auction results and current market trends, you can expect to see this coin valued between $24,000. While this might not seem like a huge sum, it's important to remember that the value can vary depending on factors such as demand, specific coin details, and the seller's market. When compared to other Jefferson nickels, the 1981 with the P mint mark doesn't stand out as particularly rare. However, its uniqueness in being the first issue with the P mint mark adds an element of interest for collectors. Coins from other years or with different mint marks can fetch much higher prices, especially if they're rare or have significant historical context. If you're a collector looking to add a 1981 Monticello nickel to your collection, here are a few tips. First, always check the condition of the coin thoroughly. A nickel in fine condition is great, but those in higher grades will command more value. Second, consider purchasing from reputable dealers or auctions to ensure you're getting an authentic coin. To sum up, the 1981 Monticello nickel with a P mint mark in fine condition holds a modest yet interesting value in today's market. Its role in the history of American coinage makes it a valuable piece for collectors, especially those focusing on the Jefferson nickel series. Next up, the 1939 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny with a large date and no mint mark, specifically in very fine condition. If you're passionate about coin collecting or just curious about its value, stick around. The 1939 Lincoln wheat penny is part of the famous series that began in 1909, honoring Abraham Lincoln. While the coin itself might seem quite common at first glance, the value of specific varieties can be surprising. Let's break down why the 1939 large date penny, without a mint mark, holds particular interest among collectors. First, let's delve into a bit of history. The 1939 Lincoln penny was minted during the Great Depression, a time when the economy was struggling but coin production continued. This year saw the introduction of a slightly altered design, known as the large date variety. This change was made to improve the clarity of the date on the coin. Coins from this era are particularly valued due to their historical context. The Lincoln wheat penny series is renowned for its intricate design and the legacy it represents. Despite the large date change, there was no significant mint mark variation in 1939, which makes the no mint mark coin quite standard. Now, let's talk about the specifics. The large date designation means that the digits on the coin are larger compared to the small date version from the same year. This variation, however, does not feature a mint mark as it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use mint marks on coins in that year. When it comes to the condition of the coin, very fine refers to a grade where the coin exhibits noticeable wear, but still maintains clear details. You might see some wear on the high points of Lincoln's image and the wheat stalks, but the overall features, such as the lettering and design, remain prominent. In today's auction market, the value of a 1939 large date Lincoln penny without a mint mark in very fine condition can vary. On average, you might see these coins listed for around $29,000. However, the final sale price can be influenced by factors such as the coin's exact condition, any unique characteristics, and the demand among collectors. Coins in very fine condition are particularly appealing to collectors because they offer a balance of affordability and quality. They are often seen as great additions to a collection without the high price tag of coins in mint or uncirculated conditions. So, there you have it, an in-depth look at the 1939 Lincoln wheat penny with a large date and no mint mark. Whether you're an avid collector or just starting out, next up the 1943 Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel with an S mint mark in circulated condition. This coin might surprise you with its value in today's market. So, let's get into the details and see just how much it's worth. Here we have the 1943 Jefferson nickel, a coin that is part of a fascinating chapter in U.S. coin history. The nickel was minted during World War II, a time when the U.S. was experiencing a shortage of nickel due to its use in military applications. As a result, the mint used a copper-silver alloy for these nickels, which is why they have a distinct look compared to the regular nickel composition. Let's break down the specifics of this coin. The 1943 Jefferson nickel with the S mint mark was struck at the San Francisco Mint. On the obverse, you'll find a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse features the Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate. What sets this coin apart is its S mint mark, located just to the right of the Monticello building on the reverse side. Now, let's talk about the circulated condition. Circulated coins have been used in everyday transactions and show signs of wear and tear. They might have scratches, minor dents, or faded details. Despite this wear, they can still hold significant value, especially if they're part of a limited mintage or have historical importance. So how much is a 1943 S mint mark Jefferson nickel worth in circulated condition today? The value can vary depending on the specific grade and level of wear. Generally, for a coin in circulated condition, you can expect to see prices ranging from $476,000. This range considers coins with moderate wear, meaning they still have visible details but might show some significant signs of use. Coins in higher grades, such as those in better than average circulated condition, can fetch more. For example, if the coin is in a better circulated grade with more details preserved, it could be worth up to $500,000 or even higher in some cases. On the other hand, coins in poor condition with heavy wear might be valued closer to the lower end of the spectrum. If you're looking to buy or sell this coin, you'll find that auction results and dealer prices can vary. Checking recent auction listings or visiting reputable numismatic dealers can give you the most accurate and current valuation. Sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and others can provide a good sense of the current market. Remember, the value of a coin can fluctuate based on market demand, rarity, and overall condition. If you own a 1943 S. Jefferson nickel and are curious about its exact value, it might be worth getting it professionally graded by a service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) or the professional coin grading service PCGS. A higher grade can significantly boost its value.